If you enjoy watching or listening to wildlife, there's a few simple things you can do in your own space to draw them and create a habitat in your own yard. You want to add food, water, shelter, and a place for them to reproduce. And when you're thinking about food, consider planting plants that will bloom throughout the seasons. And that's pretty easy for us to do in California. The flowers will produce nectar and pollen. And if you leave them in place, they'll mature and develop seed heads that will also become a secondary source of food for many animals. Think about host plants. If you want to bring butterflies or moths to your space, larval host plants are really critical. And bear in mind that the only purpose of these plants is to draw the caterpillars to eat and devour these plants. So you will sustain some plant damage. So just plant and plant accordingly. And I remind myself when I see some undesirable insects or some nibbling on my plants that it's really a good thing. And it's part of my space being a part of the larger ecosystem. For other food sources, you can consider plants that have fruit, berries, lots of different seeds. And for a water source, this can be as simple as a shallow tray of fresh water or a bird bath. For natural space for them to just get some rest and also have nesting material and reproduce, this can be as simple as a stand of dense plantings, to have some debris piles, some fallen logs, or even a rock pile, just to give them a place to rest and nest, protection from the elements, protection from some predators, and a place for them to hunt and gather. So with a few simple steps, you can really create a space in your yard as a habitat for wildlife. I like to just sit and observe for a few minutes in nature and watch, where do animals like to go? How do they interact with the environment? And this allows me then to better mimic what they're doing in manufactured landscapes. And not only does it give me a few minutes of tranquility and peace, but I can really try to provide what they're looking for in a better way. So the next time you're outside, I encourage you just to observe nature and make a few small steps to not only provide a haven for yourself in your yard, but also for a lot of wildlife.